recently got a comment here on YouTube from someone saying that shower filtration is unnecessary. The water passes through the filter membrane so fast that it's not even worth it. Hate to tell you, but it is. The water is so polluted, depending on where you live, what city you live in, that even removing small traces of these poisons is beneficial. And let me tell you, if you outfit your shower filter properly, if you get a quality shower filter, you're going to be removing large amounts of the odors, the chlorine, the chloramines, you name it. It's worth it. Would you rather just bathe in tap water than run a shower filter? I don't understand that logic. There are ways, you guys, to actually make the shower filtration process more efficient, more effective, and more cleanly. You can actually get yourself a whole house water filter that pre-filters the water, and then you can run a shower filter. Then you have double filtration. Not everyone can afford this stuff. I'm aware of the fact that typical shower filtration isn't going to remove all the waste. I'm aware of that. I'm trying to get people to make little changes to their life, modulate their life, augment their life in relation to health with little changes. A shower filter is a huge upgrade. If you don't have one already, you need to get one. If you have the money if you can afford a whole house filter, get one. There is so much garbage in the water, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the biggest keys to health. Water. Our body is composed primarily of liquid. We're a walking water fountain. This machine recirculates fluids and it keeps us alive. Water is essential. The quality of water is tantamount to it's a mirror. How would I say it? The quality of water that you're consuming directly affects the cellular system, the bone system, the blood, the lungs. Every part of your biology is dependent on water. Now, what's interesting is that all of your cells use water to communicate messages back and forth to one another. If you're consuming water that's rich in fluorine, fluoride, hexafluorosilicic acid, hydrofluorosilicic acid, pipe residues, scaling lime, inorganic compounds, algicides, cobalts, radioactive elements, plutonium, parasites, chloramines, you name it, that's going to directly affect the quality of messaging, or that's going to affect the messaging quality of your cells through all 100 trillion plus of your cells. This is why many people have really slow reflexes. It's because they've drank tap water their whole life. Their cells cannot communicate properly. Their body and their mind are disassociated. When you get healthy, when you start drinking clean water, when you start drinking distilled water that's restructured, even if that's one thing that you did alone and you kept your current diet, you would notice massive increases, in my opinion, in your reflexes. It's because your body and your mind are becoming more in tune. I'm almost 29. I'm going to be turning 29 in April. And my reflexes are much faster than they were when I was younger. My mind is more activated now than it was when I was younger. I feel younger. I feel sharper mentally. It's because I'm drinking clean water, I'm eating healthy food, I'm eating food that has constituents in it that my body can actually utilize to rebuild itself. I'm not eating a bunch of garbage and a bunch of candy and a bunch of corn dogs and all the other garbage that Americans are just shoveling into their mouths. I'm not trying to sound judgmental, but it's a huge problem here, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 2018 and not much has changed. Junk food is literally the icon. It's the cool thing to do. You see it venerated on the television. You see it venerated on billboards and signs and advertisements. It's the cool thing to do, to be unhealthy. It's the trend, and it has been for a very long time. Why do you think that there's burger joint after burger joint, barbecue joint after barbecue joint, candy places all over the Matrix? Pizza places, pizza parlors, ice cream stores. There is much more junk food available now at your fingertips than there is health food. To be healthy, it requires you to be divinely selfish, I call it, because you've got to start caring more about yourself than what they want you to feel about yourself. They want you. This system wants you to be a useful idiot. This system wants you to shuffle around like everyone else, just seeking taste bud pleasure and entertainment. There's much more to life than eating junk food and going through the motions and living the life that was given to you by the Matrix. So to get healthy, you have to rebel a little bit. You've got to question things. You've got to start questioning the status quo. Many people out here will fight, kick, and scream to defend the status quo, even though they don't have the tiniest iota of an awareness, a spark of awareness of how that status quo is destroying their life, destroying their health, destroying the expansion of their consciousness. It's causing them to go downhill, down the downward spiral, instead of up. We have lost the keys to our divinity. This machine is a miraculous machine. It is designed to be able to perform miracles. It is designed to be able to do things that if you knew you could do, it would blow your mind. But we've fallen into this suboptimal slave bracket where we're comfortable only utilizing about 2% of our power. So, to get back on track, water filtration, even though a shower filter isn't going to be able to remove all the waste, it's going to remove large traces of it, especially the chlorine and the chloramines. Chlorine is directly related to destroying the gut flora in your system. Most people are taking hot showers. When you stand in a hot shower, you're breathing steam. You're freebasing chlorine and chloramines and all the other garbage. It's getting into your system. It's going into your lungs. It's destroying your health. It's affecting your cognition. Chlorine is a poison. Small amounts of chlorine are not toxic, but there's way too much in the water supply, the public water system. Alongside the cobalts, the algicides, you name it. We're freebasing this stuff. Chlorine, many people, including myself, I always had a problem growing up with dry skin, especially after I'd shower. Primarily if the water was hot. I noticed that my skin wouldn't be as dry if I took cold showers. Cold showers are actually much healthier for you than hot showers. But for the longest time, I remember in high school, even in middle school, every morning I would take a hot shower and my skin would itch until like noon or 1 o'clock. And I would have to sit in class and try not to itch because I didn't want to look crazy. And it was not until I discovered shower filtration that I went, oh, okay, it's the chlorine. I know it's the chlorine also because I swam in high school. I swam since I was about 7 years old competitively. And every time I'd get out of that pool, if I was in there for longer than 5 minutes, my skin would be incredibly dry. I haven't swam in a swimming pool in years. I don't swim in pools anymore. They're giant toilet bowls that you can swim in. People are peeing in the pools. People are sweating. People are their snot, their spit. It's disgusting. I'm not judging people who swim in pools, but if you really think about it, it's pretty gross. Chlorine in a filter is not enough to get me persuaded to hop into a giant pool that people are peeing in. And let me tell you, a lot more people are peeing in pools than they're saying they are. When I was growing up, everyone peed in the pool. People I knew would brag about, I'm peeing in the pool, bro. Just being stupid, young and dumb. It's like, no, I do not swim in pools. But aside from that, getting back on track with chlorine. Water filtration. Do you bathe in tap water? You don't have to. It's a simple investment. Water filtration or shower filtration, it doesn't cost that much. You can get a great unit for under $30. You can spend upwards of $100 or more. Omica has a great shower filter. OMICA. I don't know too much about the Mercola shower filters. I haven't looked too much into those. I think they utilize activated coconut charcoal and husks maybe. For the longest time here in California, I've used a Cousin Turbo Shower 105 with great results. That's an awesome unit. I got that over at earthshiftproducts.com. And I also now use I believe it's called an Eco Guys. I can't remember the name. Awesome unit. Came with 2 shower cartridges, which is cool because a lot of the companies only come with 1 cartridge, and oftentimes the cartridges are highly overpriced. It's almost, the cartridge will be like $30 and the shower filter with a new cartridge will be like $40. So I like the company. I like that company has made things affordable. Just because something's cheaper doesn't mean that it's not as effective. I've actually used cheaper water or shower filters that work better than the more expensive ones. I've used Culligan shower filters, a couple of the different cousin shower filters. I've used the Eco Guys ones. I've used a handful of different ones, and I've bought ones to experiment with on Amazon. I've had good results, bad results, you name it. The most effective way to clean your shower water, you guys, however, is to get a whole house water filter and then actually run a shower filter on your shower, even though it's being ran through the whole house water filter. The problem with water filtration is that it doesn't get rid of everything. The problem with water filtration is that after a prolonged period of time, residues get stuck in the filter membranes. And unless you change those at the right time, you're now recirculating water through a filter membrane that has a bunch of gunk inside of it. I've dissected reverse osmosis units. I've dissected shower filters. I've dissected a handful of different filters, even the simple water pitcher filters that many people are using. It's amazing how much garbage gets stuck in those. And that's why I favor water distillation, because it removes the waste and then you can clean the boil kettle. Unfortunately, many people don't have access or time, to sit around and wait for 4 hours to distill 1 gallon of water. Some people will actually bathe in distilled water. You can buy certain units. I believe they're stainless steel that you can actually, I think you pump them. You put distilled water or whatever type of water you want into it, and then you pump them, and it circulates water through a nozzle, and you can actually bathe in distilled water. However, that's not practical for many people, which is why I try to give the most practical measures, something that people can utilize. All it requires is a little bit of Teflon tape. You wrap the threads, you put your new filter on, and bam. You always want to run water through your water filter for about 2 minutes before you use it, so that you can prime the filter and get rid of something.